Now, at least 18 people have been killed and several more wounded in suicide attacks in northern Nigeria. Local authorities said female suicide bombers targeted a wedding, a funeral and a hospital. No group has yet claimed responsibility. The bombings took place, though, in a region frequently attacked by the Islamist insurgent group Boko Haram. And our correspondent Alyssa Chukwuma is following developments for us from Lagos in Nigeria. Good to see you, Alyssa. Can you give us the latest on these suicide attacks up in the north?
Well, the latest we're hearing is that about 2 more victims from the series of bombings that happened on Saturday in Goza, northeast Nigeria, Borno State, have died this morning. There were lots of people, about 42 people were taken to the hospital since Saturday evening when the bombings happened. And this morning, with the visits from state officials at the hospitals, they confirmed about 2 more victims have died. Some have been discharged, but at least nothing less than 42 people were admitted for various injuries, considering the 3 bombings attack we had on Saturday, which happened at the wedding, at the hospital, and also at a funeral. So really sad turn of events as it happened in Nigeria's northeast. We've also heard the statements from President Tinubu condemning the attacks and vowing to continue the fight against insurgency. But yet no group has claimed responsibility for the attacks and the bombings.
OK, is there any pattern that's been identified in these attacks?
Well, the strange things about the latest attacks in Goza was that they do seem to have been coordinated by suspected female suicide bombers. There were reports about a lady who had a baby on her back who walked into the wedding ceremony before detonating and causing chaos, and then followed in the same area another at a hospital and another at a funeral for people who were getting buried. So is the coordination of these attacks happening in basically one weekend that's basically shocked security services and also the country, so to speak, throughout Sunday, sending shockwaves that these bombings have returned. They have happened before with Boko Haram since 2019. It's not the first time, though, that female suspected suicide bombers have been involved in attacks such as this, but that this will be the major ones that has happened in a long while and since President Tinubu took power last year.
Alyssa, just tell us a little bit more about the security situation in Borno State.
Well, the situation has quietened a bit since President Tinubu took over. He vowed to fight security, which was one of his campaign promises. They have been recording a bit of wins, especially during the last administration with President Buhari, when it comes to the fight against Boko Haram. So it did seem to have abated a bit, but it's generally banditry and kidnapping that has been the worst in the last couple of years.
Alyssa Chukwuma in Lagos. Alyssa, thanks so much for bringing us up to date there.